Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
We are excited to join the Digital Euro Association as a supporting partner to further develop our work with central bank digital currencies. This is one part of our larger goal to develop and deliver global solutions for CBDCs and stablecoins through our blockchain and crypto expertise. Also shared by Digital Euro Association. So Ripple joins them, being one of the leading enterprise blockchains and crypto solutions for cross-border payments. As we know, Ripple did recently develop a blockchain-based infrastructure to support central bank digital currencies and is engaged with Bhutan's central bank. And they're also a member of the Digital Pound Foundation alongside Avalanche, Electroneum, Quant with QNT, etc. And I hope people that fully understand the XRP ledger, on-demand liquidity, understand that stablecoins are also a good thing. They have their place in the space as we are moving towards a more digitized landscape. And Ripple's not against stablecoins. It's just for the use of cross-border payments. Stablecoins will not be the only answer, and they're not going to be solving counterparty risk. The XRP ledger does much better than a stablecoin like USDC by Circle or USDT Tether. They have their rightful place, don't get me wrong, but even JP Morgan with JPM coin, or if Bank of America makes a crypto asset or their native stablecoin, there's still going to be an issue of trust. Also guys, Apple with an upcoming iPhone feature to give merchants a way to accept crypto payments. And I even saw YouTube mentioning they are working on NFT development and the metaverse. And then I did see the news of Salesforce, one of the biggest organizations in the world, basically giving a platform for people to develop their own NFTs and allow institutions to all get into this space, kind of like a plug and play. And keep in mind, there are hundreds of thousands, if not more, users of Salesforce. So now all of these businesses, through these plug-and-play softwares, are going to be able to essentially create NFTs and be a part of this economy. And what powers NFTs? Well, primarily Ethereum, but a variety of other blockchain networks. So, with utility, the more people that use these networks, the more people that actually need and use these cryptos throughout transactions or staking pools or anything in between, that's what we believe increases demand on a limited supply and raises price. This is also what I was referencing. Santiago Velez, one of the smartest men in the space, one of crypto's greatest ironies, USDC of US dollar coin, stablecoin, issued by Circle, a massive firm. They have $52 billion in circulation, so no small sum of money. Literally 100% counterparty risk. XRP, the native asset on the XRP ledger, with Ripple the company having a little over 50% of the supply and half the counterparty risk versus the total supply. Do people understand counterparty risk? And yet Ripple the company is criticized, whereas these other organizations, and I like them and I like what they're doing for crypto, but this is counterparty risk. Tether is counterparty risk. And what did Ripple the company do to develop even more trust? They locked 50% of the XRP in circulation in escrow. So they cannot sell it, they cannot dump it, even if they wanted to. There's a certain amount that gets unlocked programmatically. And then, whatever is not sold or distributed to partners or ODL users, it gets put right back into the contract. We're talking several years out until it can even be released again. What does that do? It essentially makes a beautiful bonding curve for the future of XRP price. Also, C3 Nick, I'm not sure if he actually had a background at BlackRock himself, but he's another smart guy in the space, and he goes on to say, getting in, KPMG, one of the big four accounting firms that has mentioned Ripple many times, putting Bitcoin and Ethereum on their balance sheet. These entities are very well connected. I would like to venture a guess and say that they know that crypto regulation in the United States will be favorable. Call me crazy, but I'd assume that too. Now, that does not mean there's not going to be typical fear on the news or silly executive orders to scare people, but the long-term outlook of crypto is it's here to stay. Additional companies shared by Blockworks. Companies hiring for crypto. We have the NFL with the Super Bowl coming up. Nike, Hulu, Visa, Meta. I mean, the name brand change right there is enough to really convince me. Apple, Nvidia, Disney, PayPal, Google, Fidelity, Amazon, Microsoft, JP Morgan, MasterCard, State Street, one of the biggest custodians in the world. And remember, they said, the quote, trickle, 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 flood. And they were referring to digital assets. And I have that video, what's his name? Jay Biancomano. You can type in trickle, trickle, flood Kevin Cage on YouTube and watch him discuss the future of crypto assets. And it was, funny enough, right before the beginning of the bull run. We also have Goldman Sachs and Bank of America. We also have shared by BTC Fuel on Twitter. Altcoins final run this spring. Be prepared. Time will tell. All we can do is use historical data and best guess the future. What am I doing? Well, here's the altcoin chart, but let's just pretend this is Bitcoin creating a new all-time high price. Well, I'm focused on assets that are still down here, and I'm doing the best of my ability to buy and accumulate while assets are in accumulation down here. Not getting frustrated, not panic selling, going after something else. Focusing on the big picture. Are we well below all-time high price? Do I understand the tokenomics, the vesting schedules? Am I comfortable with it? Am I comfortable with the risk to reward and the downside that I could see rather than the upside? Can I wait? Would I rather sell? You really have to kind of go through this for yourself and decide what's best for you. Everything I'm in, I'm comfortable with. Every single crypto asset or altcoin that I hold, I believe will still be here in 2, 3, even 5+ years. And of course, I'd imagine we have a much higher price. And even if 1 or 2 of my holdings continue to range sideways a little longer than I'd actually want them to, I guarantee there's going to be a few of my one-off altcoins that absolutely explode. And then I can take those profits and put them right back into assets or other altcoins that have yet to shoot. So right here, BlackRock, the world's largest manager, one of the largest custodians across the board. They have $10 trillion assets under management to offer crypto trading, and this is Larry Fink. I think you guys remember him from this video I uploaded back in April of 2021, so just last year, when the CEO of BlackRock explains Ripple XRP's use case in July 2019 without saying it. Highly recommend watching this video on my original channel right here. I think it's absolutely mind-blowing what he says in this 2-minute video clip, and I think a lot of XRP holders remember this one. Also guys, I saw VeChain, HBAR, a variety of altcoins getting updated on Coinbase on their blog on how to buy VeChain, how to buy HBAR. I know this is typical protocol. Sometimes it takes a long time for the assets to get listed, but I would assume that both of these assets do in fact get listed on Coinbase very soon. Specifically because we've had a variety of blogs, more than one blog, mentioning both VeChain and HBAR in their list of like dozen plus assets. It was probably a list of like 10 to 30 assets and altcoins that they were going to be adding, and they could even add these alts in batches. So do not be surprised to see these assets listed on Coinbase. If anything, I'm just surprised it took until 2022. Next up, by XRP Crypto Wolf, Russia is set to recognize crypto as a form of currency. Now, one of my bold predictions for the future is that a lot of crypto assets, yes, some will be called or determined securities. But I do believe that others, the majority of them, will actually be determined to be some form of commodity rather than a security. Because keep in mind, this is a protocol. Glenn Hutchins says the value is in the protocol. And then maybe there will be some one-off assets that are determined to be currencies. For anybody new, we're still using terminology and the Howey test and, 70, 80-year-old information and laws to try to regulate a new asset class. Keep in mind these laws were developed 60, 70, 80 years ago, before the internet was even a thought. So don't you think it's fair to say that we have to really update our regulation? Also guys, unstoppable domains linked in the video description. As you can see, kevincage.crypto in the top right. This is one of my unstoppable domains and a crypto address that is actually tied to XRP, Bitcoin, VeChain, Ethereum, etc. And we have 11 premium domains right down below. They actually come paired with custom artwork, so highly recommend checking this out. Or you simply want to get your own crypto domain like mine, kevincage.crypto, so that you can use it as an all-in-one wallet address. I don't have to send my friends a long chain of serial numbers. I can literally just send this, kevincage.crypto, and it's like an email address for money. And this is linked right in the video description, Unstoppable Domains. Next up, by Standard Custody, one of the biggest groups that is really founded by the creators of the XRP ledger, wink wink, and PolySign. Right here, another win for crypto accessibility and adoption thanks to TurboTax. Shared by the New York Times, TurboTax will let users deposit tax refunds into crypto accounts. Slowly but surely, these barriers to entry, these dams are breaking down, and we are allowing interoperability between these ecosystems. It starts slow, and then it happens fast. If you were looking back at this news back in 2017, you wouldn't be able to keep your head straight. Right now, my head is spinning. Yes, I know prices aren't skyrocketing yet, but this is beyond exciting for the future. Keep in mind, we have Craig Phillips on the board of directors for the company Ripple. No big deal. Brings more than 35 years of private and public sector leadership experience to Ripple, having held senior roles at BlackRock and Morgan Stanley. We even have Huddle Style right here sharing this picture. Ripple Board of Directors, Craig Phillips and Steve Mnuchin, the U.S. Secretary of Treasury. These two go way back. Look at their roles at BlackRock. Look at their connections to Goldman Sachs. It's incredibly deep. And remember that BlackRock, now $10 trillion assets under management, is getting into crypto trading. And other groups will be following, not just BlackRock, but also State Street, Fidelity. I mean, we've seen FIS go on and on and on about this. We're talking trillions of dollars of capital flow. Now, this is amazing, and you have to remember this if you're still with me. The dot-com bubble in 2000 was $6 trillion. Keep in mind, crypto went to what, $3 trillion in total market cap? We're sitting around 2. Adjust for inflation, and the $6 trillion valuation that we saw in 2000 nowadays would be, look at this, $10 to $15 trillion. Approximately double the amount. He goes on to say that he believes the altcoin market cap could go somewhere to 5 to 15 trillion in the final run this year, the blockchain bubble. Now, if we go to those valuations by end of year, that will absolutely be a bubble. But these valuations of crypto market reaching 5, 15, 20, 50 trillion dollars in the years to come, absolutely. We also have shared by Precision Trades. We got Tara right here, Tara. We can see the XRP price chart. XRP is bullish, broke through resistance levels and reached the 2618 extension. Yes, we should retrace at least a little bit from here, expecting 86 cents and then 79 cents and then another push to $1. We'll see if we can hold this trend up here. She has her wave count, and also we can see the fib levels of $1.02. I'll be keeping an eye on this, but please remember Bitcoin. If we have just one little pullback down to 40K, it's going to pull some alts down with it yet again. And last but not least, we have shared by Crypto Eddie, a global snapshot of cryptocurrency ownership by a new report by the State of Consumer Banking and Payments. Look at Argentina, Spain, and Singapore. Looks like Japan took profit. I like that. Or maybe another lost in translation. Let's check this out. And she has the screenshot right here. So, cryptocurrency ownership, August to December 2021. We have the global average. And as you can see, the global average of December, this light blue, is 2% higher than the global average that it used to be. So from July to December, we can see the US has increased. We can see Canada's increased their ownership a little bit. Argentina's crypto ownership, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, all of them right here are above their previous July level. That's great to see. We can see France about to break even. Germany has increased its ownership. Spain's increased its ownership a lot. UK has also increased its ownership. Australia has a bit, and even Singapore increased its ownership. And then China and Japan right here, let's just say that they took profit. I like that. I retweeted this link if you want to take a look at it yourselves, and highly recommend following Crypto Eddie if you don't already. This is a 40-page report, so even if you want to just do Control F and kind of speed through a few things and see some stats, I always find this interesting. Going through these reports with inflation, you can see that more people are preoccupied with finances. We're more concerned with the volatility. This is getting to be a very, very crazy market. And also, tinfoil hat time. I remember that Elon Musk also made a tweet. And, I have no idea, and maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But he did say if he were to venture a guess when we have a financial collapse, whether that's the stock market or all markets globally, he said sometime between end of 2022, I think he said the months August to September.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.